Hello everybody! 50 years and one day ago NBC aired a new episode of classic Star Trek, The Conscience of the King. We have seen different types of Star Trek episodes before. We have seen philosophical episodes, we have seen character studies, we have seen nice allegories. So why not a murder mystery? Because that's basically what this episode is. You see, 20 years before this episode, a famine broke out on the Earth colony on Tarsus 4. A man, now known as Kodos the Executioner, seized control of the colony and decided to simply murder half of its 8,000 head population. He murdered 4,000 people so that the other 4,000 can live and survive. He thought he will be remembered as a hero, but what a surprise! The people were not grateful. They dared to even call him a killer, ungrateful bastards. So he killed himself, at least officially. Only 6 people who have actually seen Kodos survived, and they all mysteriously die, except for Captain Kirk, Kevin Riley, and Dr. Thomas Layton. 20 years later, or in other words, in the present, Layton invites Kirk to Cygnus Minor, claiming that he invented some new synthetic food, which could save inhabitants of some other planet. But when Kirk comes to him, he finds out that the real reason why he was invited was to see a play. Layton actually thinks that Anton Caridian, the Shakespearean actor, is Kodos the Executioner. Kirk is pissed that he was tricked and thinks that Layton is crazy, but when Layton gets murdered too, he starts his own little investigation. After he finds out that Caridian actually could be Kodos, he decides to take the actors to the Enterprise and use Caridian's beautiful daughter Lenore to get closer to him. The rest of the episode is basically an investigation by both Kirk and Spock, and as usually a little romance subplot between Kirk and the female guest star. But then we add Mr. Riley into the story, and as soon as he realizes that Kirk thinks Caridian is Kodos, who killed his parents, he decides to murder him directly on stage. Kirk, of course, interferes and stops Riley from killing Caridian, and the shocking twist: Caridian is Kodos. But all the eyewitnesses were not killed by him, but by his daughter Lenore. Lenore tries to kill Kirk, but accidentally shoots her father, and suffers a huge mental breakdown. I like this episode. They tried something new, and I think it works really well. When I've seen this episode as a kid for the first time, I honestly didn't expect the twist at the end. Now when I look at it, the fact that I know who the killer is takes a lot away from the episode, but it's still very enjoyable and keeps me interested during the whole running time, which is much more than I can say about most of current TV shows, where I usually have a problem not to fall asleep. After all considerations, I would give this episode 8 out of 10. Do you agree? Do you think this episode is boring, or do you think it's a masterpiece? Let me know in the comment section. I try to do these small reviews exactly 50 years after the premiere of each episode, but unfortunately, as you noticed, sometimes I upload it 1 day later. So if you like these type of videos, feel free to check my previous video reviews or any other videos on this channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next week with Balance of Terror.